right away, what we want to do is we want to take a look at the top players that are still in the transfer portal. Guys like Caden Proctor picked Alabama. We got Jason Zandamela still from USC. Cormani McClain is in there. Damien Martinez, Sam Brown, Jacoby Matthews. These guys pick schools. Keandre Lambert-Smith, Jaden Rashada, and Jackson Howard. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on my guy, transfer portal, expert, insider, coaches, you name it. We're going to welcome Matt Zenitz to the show.
I'm just good to be on with my guy, Carl.
Matt, what's going on? Hey, listen, I find myself refreshing your page all day, all news, whatever's going on. Matt, I want to ask you right away, as the transfer portal window winds down, what's the latest intel on some of the top uncommitted players?
Yeah, so probably a good place to start off is Jason Zandamela. So we have Jason as our #1 overall uncommitted transfer at this point. He has already visited UCF. He's from Florida. It's been clear all along that is that interest on his end in returning to his home state after brief run at USC and originally signing with them. So visited UCF, and now in recent days, it has become very much clear that Florida is a team to watch to go along with UCF to the point that it is very much trending in the direction of him potentially, maybe even to the point of likely ending up with the Gators. It's not done yet, but it seems like it is trending in that direction with Jason and Florida.
What about a guy like Derek Harmon?
Yeah, so Derek is extremely popular right now. So top defensive lineman in the portal. He was extremely popular when he went in back during the winter to the point that visited Ohio State and Oregon. And his popular, once again, this go around. So he went in earlier this week and got in-homes from schools like Florida State right away. His first on-campus visit was USC, arrived there, I want to say yesterday. He is going from USC to Colorado to visit Deion Sanders and the Buffaloes for Colorado's spring game. Then we'll be going with one of his former Michigan State teammates, Simeon Barrow, who's also popular right now, to Miami Monday to Wednesday. But there are other teams that are looking to be involved in that also. But those are the first three in terms of actual visits to the campuses for Derek Harmon.
Now, I get asked this question a lot. There's a lot of buzz on this guy, Damien Martinez.
I will say if Miami can get it locked up at some point in the near future. Miami has been the clear favorite since Damien first made the decision to go into the portal. He's taken visits to other schools, specifically Arizona, Mississippi State, and then canceled a visit that he had scheduled to Kentucky. He is currently on a visit to Miami right now, and I don't think it should come as a surprise to anybody if that visit ultimately ends with him locking things in with the Hurricanes. And even before this visit to campus, he had 2 in-home visits with Miami where they had gone to visit him. But they definitely continue to be the clear favorite for Damien.
One of the questions I get asked in the transfer portal a lot, when a guy that's an NFL prospect like Jason Zandamela is on the offensive line, he's at USC, we hear Florida schools consistently in his possible destination points. Is this just a case of a guy wanting to be closer to home, maybe getting a little homesick? The West Coast was really far away for him?
It has definitely come up since the beginning of the process with him. And Jason's obviously a 2024 recruit, was a top 50 overall recruit nationally that was briefly at USC. And right when he went into the portal, the main thing that had been coming up on my end, and it's the same thing for Chris Hummer and the information he was getting, was to keep an eye on him getting closer to home.
2 guys that I continue to get a bunch of calls because everybody wants to know where their recruiting is at and what's going on. Are you surprised that Cormani McClain, Jacoby Matthews, still have not found homes yet or haven't decided where they're moving forward yet?
Yeah, I wouldn't say surprised. So there are some players that have talent that have obviously just gone in the portal the last couple of days, like Dylan Edwards, for example, where it's just early enough in the process that it would be unrealistic to a certain degree to think that the decision's just going to be made that quickly. But With Cormani and Jacoby, obviously they've been in there for a little while now, but without with Cormani, for example, without throwing him under the bus or anything like that, teams just being open, frank, candid, have gotten mixed feedback on him coming out of the Colorado experience, his year there, and it's led to some teams, even with Cormani having the talent that he has, even with him being the number one ranked corner in last year's recruiting class, it's led to a lot of teams that I've talked to being reluctant to pursue him, and really to a point where they're not planning on pursuing him. So that's one where I wish I had more information for you, but I really have no idea at this point where Cormani is going to end up. Like if you try to play the handicapping game with me right now and try to get me to put like betting odds on most likely landing spot or anything like that, I really would have no idea whatsoever who would even be deserving of the best odds right now with Cormani.
If there was one thing that I haven't liked about the recent changes of NIL, transfer portal, the amount of pressure that coaches are under, are guys like Cormani McClain, who in the past, you give them some time to grow up. I really do hope, though, that somebody finds or gives Cormani an opportunity to play, and that he finds a home that he can really thrive at, because he does have a bunch of ability. He's a very young guy, and I love to see when young people get an opportunity to make things right.
There's no question whatsoever that Cormani has talent. You saw flashes last year at Colorado. And the thing is, regardless of any issues that they dealt with at Colorado throughout the course of the last year with Cormani, or anything that Cormani was working through there, we have seen, and Carl, you know this, there are so many times that there are things that happen that are going on with an 18, 19-year-old, and ultimately those kids mature and are able to get themselves to a good point, maximize the talent that they have, and ultimately have not only a successful college career, but end up making it to the NFL level and be able to accomplish all of the things that they want to accomplish. And hopefully that's something that ends up happening for Cormani also. And again, it's not like that would be anything unprecedented in terms of being able to bounce back from some of this stuff coming out of the Colorado experience and being able to turn a corner. It's just right now the ball is in Cormani's court. It's on him to be able to continue to mature and move past some of that stuff and to just find a way to maximize the talent that he does have.
Absolutely. Guys, you got to follow Matt on Twitter if you want to know everything that's going on. Coaches, movements, transfer portal updates, wall-to-wall team coverage, recruiting rankings, transfer portal updates. Give Matt a follow, 24/7 Sports, unbelievable source of information with Matt Zenitz.